Hello, everybody. Thank you all for coming to this assembly today. First, I would like to thank my mentors, Mr. Rossi and Mr. Parker, for helping me through the reflection process. Okay, I'll be honest. My family has a lot of weird traditions. These traditions are not like traditions you probably think of. You probably think of how all your family gets together for Thanksgiving, or a tradition you do with all your friends for Halloween. These are not like our traditions. Of course, we have traditions like those, but the ones that I'm talking about are different. For example, does anyone remember 2 Fridays ago when I wasn't at school? Some of you may know why, and some of you may not. The reason for me missing school is because I was doing one of my favorite traditions with my family. This tradition is called Mountain Day. Mountain Day originally started at my mom's College Smith in Massachusetts. On a sunny fall day, her school would announce that it was Mountain Day, and all the classes for that day would be canceled. Mr. Buck, maybe something to think about? Yeah? After that, my mom and her friends would go hike on the nearest trail. My family's preferable Mountain Day is when the autumn leaves have turned red and the air hasn't turned too cold yet. Okay, just so you all understand how Mountain Day works, I'm going to show you what Mountain Day looks like for me. During Mountain Day, we skip school and go hike a mountain. When we wake up on the morning of Mountain Day, we first decide where we're going to go hiking. After the entire day is over, we build a fire in our fireplace and watch a movie. This pretty much sums up Mountain Day. Another tradition my family does is called Pajama Day. This tradition is like Mountain Day, but instead of being in the winter, it's in the fall. Other way around, I mean. When I was little, my parents came up with an idea. They came up with the tradition my family now calls Pajama Day. Now you may be thinking, oh, we have Pajama Day at our school, but Pajama Day and my Pajama Day are nothing alike. What my family does on Pajama Day is first, my parents decide on a day that they think should be Pajama Day. We usually have it sometime in the winter. Next, my parents wake my sisters and me up and say, hey, wake up, it's Pajama Day. We usually have it sometime in the winter. After we are woken up, we stay home from school in our pajamas the entire day. After this, we all decide on a movie at the movie theaters that we want to see. Then we go to the movie theaters in our pajamas and watch a movie. After the movie, we usually go to a diner to have lunch. Then after lunch, we go home, set a fire, and watch another movie. Sometimes, if it isn't too late, we sit by the fire and roast marshmallows. I recently just found out that early on, when we didn't really know the school calendar, my parents told my sisters and I that we were missing school, when really, it was Martin Luther King Day. Whenever we go to the movies in our pajamas, we always get weird looks from the people in the movie theater. I remember one year we did Pajama Day. I decided to wear my bright gold and brown robe. That was a long time ago, and I actually have the robe here, just so you all understand how weird I looked. So this is the robe. When we walked into the movies, I realized that I may have gone a little bit overboard on my pajamas. My family was in normal pajamas, while I was in my robe. At the time, I was embarrassed to wear it. I was getting so many funny looks from different people all around me. Now that I'm older, I realize that the people weren't looking at me. They were looking at all of us. My mom and dad said that they created Pajama Day because they wanted us to always remember that school and work are not as important as spending time with family. The word tradition means the transmission of customs or beliefs from one generation to another generation. My family has one more tradition that I believe portrays this word perfectly. Whenever you go to the movies, do you stay until the credits, or do you just leave after the movie is over? Whenever my family goes to a movie, we stay for one person, the gaffer. The gaffer of a movie is a lighting technician. My grandfather, who I called Pop-Pop, had a business that made lights. His company made lights and lampposts for a bunch of famous parks. One park you may know that he made lights for was Central Park. When my mom was little and would go to the movies with Pop-Pop, he would always tell her to wait for the gaffer. He told my mom that he stayed after because he said that one day, when you are older, you may wait for the gaffer, and then you will think of me on a day that you probably would not have. Now, whenever my family does wait after the movie is over, we do think of my grandfather. So, if you're going to take anything away from this speech, I challenge you to remember one thing, or two things. One, always remember that there is no time that is more important than time spent appreciating family. And two, think about inventing your own traditions. Make sure the traditions that you create have meaning to you and are personal. Thank you.